fabrics. Okay, so listen very carefully. We are without mics today, but I am still eager to show you all that we have from our fabrics department. Now, this is one of the best departments in our store, and you can actually take me for my word because we've won various awards, one of them being the Best of Pretoria Award full fabric in Pretoria. So that has a lot to say about our reputation and how good and how proud we are about everything we have to offer from our fabrics. One thing you will notice about our fabrics is the fact that we have a massive variety, and of course we have different kinds of fabrics, we have different colors, different patterns. So literally anything that you could possibly think of with regards to fabrics, we keep within our store. Okay, but let me not bore you with the introduction any further. Let me take you through the range and show you what we have from the Brocade range. Now, bear in mind though that these fabrics also form part of the Black November sale / Black Friday sale, which means everything that I'm about to show you here today is 20% discounted, right? So the price averages in between 300 to 350, 350 being the most that you would pay for these fabrics, but we will be putting a 20% discount on that. So let's say 350 per meter plus a 20% discount. Okay, how affordable is that not? Okay, so let me take you through the first section of brocade fabrics that we have. As you can see, hanging quite beautifully, we have a massive variety just within this section alone. Okay, different colors, different patterns. It just goes on and on, as you can see for yourself. All right, me being a huge favorite, having a huge fondness towards black, this one here would be something I would particularly buy or invest in, or something that my woman would invest in, I would say rather. And yes, like I said, 350 rand at the most, but okay, so this one is exactly 250, and this is the Zekina Brocade. Right, 150 centimeter, so it is quite thick, which means the quality is assured with these.
What would you do with that black one?
Okay, so this is something that would be very ideal for, I would say, I don't want to say gown, but a tablecloth. Okay, you could also use it for some dress fabrics if you'd like. Apparently these could also be used, this particular material, the brocade material, can also be used for suiting. Right. Now I have seen that many of the suiting that they use today is quite, I would say, a bit extra, a bit more lavish, not just your typical plain, suits. And I've actually seen a few blazers incorporate some of this style as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely something that I would get myself. Okay, so let's move over to the next section of brocade fabrics that we have, being these ones over here, and I just can't begin to tell you how enormous this range is. I mean, look over here. We have I don't want to say this is white, but let's just say it's white, for lack of a better reference at this point. We have cream. We didn't exactly say yellow. A bit of a more brighter colors over here on this side. Oh, and then look at these over here. Isn't this something? Okay,
That would be nice on a suit.
Very, very nice, yes. Or you could even use these for traditional purposes. I've seen quite a few people use this particular kind of pattern for the traditional wear. It's very ideal for that. Just look at how beautiful these patterns are. Very, very elegant.
I know.
While I'm showing you all of this, I think it is very important that I remind all of you that should you prefer to buy any of these fabrics from the online store, the option is there. Just click on the link that is in the description of this video and everything will be over there. But I always tell my audience to bring themselves over to our store, because I mean, if you bring yourself over to our store, I mean, look at how many people are here ready to assist you, available to help. Right, this is something that you're not necessarily going to get from the online store, so I think bring yourself over to our store and you can get assisted by these lovely people. Right, that award that we won, the Best of Pretoria, we actually won it for a reason, and that's all thanks in part to these amazing people that you see here behind me. Okay, so let's go around this way first, so I can show you some of the other brocades that we have. Here we have, I mean, this looks almost like lava. Then we have some more of this particular kind of pattern on this side. Over here, something a bit more glamorous, I would say. These ones are quite popular. They've been selling like hotcakes apparently, but these are quite a favorite. Moving over, we have some more of these ones over here. Very intriguing patterns that you see. And once again, like me myself, I'm a very simplistic, minimalistic kind of guy. So these particular colors that seem so basic actually speak the most to me. They're the most vibrant and the most powerful because they can look the most elegant and I would say the most glamorous, if you will. Right. It really just
they better because once maybe you make a dress, you don't have to add beads or extra things.
absolutely. I mean, it's all already there. Many of the other fabrics that we have, of course, I mean, there is options for that. You can add additional haberdashery if you'd like, just to, funk it up a little bit. But these ones here already have everything that you need. You don't need to go any further than this, to be honest. I wouldn't actually even go any further than that because you don't want to. I mean, it depends what your taste is and what you imagine, how far your imagination can take you. But you don't want to do too much because that might kind of defeat the purpose of what you're trying to achieve, actually. Right. Having that said, though, you might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, okay, these are all great, they're beautiful, but you don't know a clue. You don't have a clue of what to do with them. And me myself, I'm not the most creative person myself, but I do know, fortunately, that MHC World does have their own in-store tailor. So the good thing about that is, if you're looking at, let's say, this fabric, for instance, and you are looking to make something from this fabric, whether that be a dress or maybe a piece of suiting, you can actually ask the in-store tailor, listen, this is the idea that you have. They'll quickly conjure up something and they'll actually give you a dress that you're looking for. Right, so that's very reassuring to those people that are looking to buy these fabrics but don't know what exactly to do with them. Right, we've been very busy, especially during the matric farewell. Now, of course, that has already passed, but we've been very busy during the matric farewell season. Yes, we take a lot of pride in our work. Actually, I'll show you some of the mannequins that we have, just so you get an idea of the work that we produce from our in-store tailor. Right, so here we have some more brocades. These ones are a bit more simplistic, but with a bit of glitzer in, as you can see. Quite something else. These are, for instance, something that you might perhaps use with a dress. These are very popular, and I've seen, especially speaking of matric farewell, I've seen many matric farewells go with this particular design over here. All right, very interesting. The representative Chantel that I spoke with prior to us starting this video actually told me that these ones over here could also be used for suiting. Isn't that interesting? Now that would be the first time that I would actually see someone use this for suiting, but point is, the idea is there. It really just depends how far your imagination can take you, but we have a few very creative customers within our store. All right, so let's go over to the other side of the brocade fabrics. These ones quite interesting. They have a bit of a I wouldn't say a matte, but they look a bit more dull, but not dull in a dry sense. Just the color is a bit more faded, but still very interesting, if you will. Okay, especially if you have a look at this one over here. This one has I wouldn't say fringe exactly, but yeah, it's different. Let's use fringe for lack of a better reference at this point. I mean, this is quite glamorous. When I look at this, I think of something like, an Egyptian theme, if you will. This is the feeling I get from this particular fabric. But coming back to what you said, Nene, you don't need to get too much when buying these fabrics, because look at this.
Already, it screams, I'm here.
It screams, I'm here. You don't need to add too much, right? If you do want to add some more to that, the option is there. Of course, today's focus is specifically on the brocade fabrics range, but we also have a massive variety of haberdashery items that you can add to your fabrics if you'd like that. Okay, so let's carry on with some more of the brocades that we have. Don't forget to also show them the ones at the bottom over there. Like I mentioned, these fabrics range in between 300 to 350, 350 being the most that you would pay for these fabrics. Now that is already amazing enough as it is, but we're going to do you guys even we want to actually do you guys even more of a favor by offering you a 20% discount on these fabrics,
on
all of them, because they do form part of the Black November / Black Friday sale. So yes, you will get them at 20% off. Okay, so here we have some more. Look at these ones over here. Very simplistic, but once again, very beautiful. I always like the simpler things in life, and it's because of the fact that it doesn't say too much, but it says just enough so it gives you the message of, well, I'm here.
And it saves you money.
And it saves you money, of course. I mean, let's look at this one's price here, for instance. Okay, so this one, it does form part of the upper tier, being 350. But like I said earlier on, it's 350 and 20% off on the 350. All right. So we have some more. I mean, look, these ones over here. These are quite. I mean, okay, so this is something that you perhaps use. I wouldn't say for a curtain exactly, but maybe for a tablecloth. You know, you shouldn't limit yourself thinking that these are strictly only for garments and for wearing items. I mean, you could really, there's so much that you could do with these fabrics because of the fact that they are so thick and so strong. So you're not limited strictly to dresses or to suits, actually. Right. This particular one I like because, once again, it has such a beautiful pattern and it's so well, I would say, integrated into the fabric that you would literally think that they've taken hours, or something like this would cost you a fortune, but it doesn't. It's 350 and 20% discount on the fabric. Right, so here we get to the to the black fabrics.
Color.
My favorite color, yes, that is of course being black. And once again, there's just so much that you could use or do with these fabrics. Okay, they're not just limited to clothing. You could use them for many other reasons apart from just clothing. All right, let's quickly show them the ones there at the bottom as well before concluding this video. So we can just round the video off by showing them exactly the amazing variety that we keep within our fabrics department. Okay, this one also caught my eye. It's quite captivating to say the least, because I mean it's I don't want to say it's, I mean, it is glowing. It's glowing, but there's something about it that's, once again, very simple, but still speaks volumes about its presence. Okay, I don't want to end the video just yet because I really want to take the time to show our audience some of the in-store tailors' work, so that they can actually see what good work we produce. Okay, as we are walking to one of the mannequins, why not take the time to just witness and see the amazing, the greatness of this department. There are really just so many fabrics to choose from. I mean, you really, you have no choice not to come and buy your fabrics from MHC World. Okay.
You'll get confused when you get there. That's
You will
the
get
thing.
confused, but the good thing is that's why I always tell my people to bring themselves over to our store. Look, if you are somebody who is, I would say, very clued up when it comes to fabrics, you know exactly what it is that you're looking for, you know the fabric types, you know what to use them for exactly, yes, then I would say go for the online store. But if you're very new to fabrics and this is the first time that you're actually going to be stitching something together, I would greatly advise that you bring yourself over to our store, because these people here are very experienced and very well trained in what they are doing, and for that reason they can assist you in making the right decision. Right, so bear witness to our in-store tailors' work. Okay, now this is just a few of the designs that we actually keep on display, but just to give you an idea of how well they actually do their work. Okay, you might not see this too well on the camera, but there is literally a patch on each and there is a round patch on each and every single circle over here. Okay, over here we have I don't want to say diamonds, but let's say diamond beads. Okay, these you would find as part of our haberdashery section. I'm just going to show you that briefly, but we're not going to be focusing too much on that because that's not today's focus. And then here we have something a bit more traditional, but also has been integrated with some of our haberdashery items, as you might see here. Okay, so this here would be the fabric, but then these patches over here obviously would be additional haberdashery that's been added to the fabric itself.
Plus it's
Waiting season.
wedding season, so
Yes,
everyone will be needing this.
very, very true.
Okay, there's a question.
Yes,
Address.
Okay, so we are situated at 4 Madiba Street in Arcadia, Pretoria. So the good thing is, those of you that are going to purchase from the online store that do stay within Pretoria, okay, so bear with me, we actually have a free delivery policy for any person that stays within a 60-kilometer radius within our store. Okay, so those of you that stay within the 60-kilometer radius and want to purchase, don't want to drive all the way out, the option is there. But once again, you're missing out on so much. I mean, we even have a restaurant within our building. Why not bring yourself over while you're busy doing your shopping? Just experience the joy of what the restaurant has to offer. Okay, so let me quickly show you some of the haberdashery items that we have, but we're not going to be focusing too much on that because that is not today's focus. Okay, quickly hover over there and show them some of the items that we do keep within the haberdashery departments. Now these all just add that extra touch to your fabric, or to your dress, or to your suit, or to whatever it is that you need to, just to make it a bit more interesting. Instead of just keeping it simple, this is exactly where you want to be if you want to take your creativity to the next level. All right. But
if you want to outshine the bride.
If you want to outshine the masses, then this is where you come. You buy your fabrics over there on that side, but then over here you come and you really just make yourself exceptional, if you will. Okay, but like I said, that's not going to be today's focus. We will talk about these in another video, not today. Today's video is strictly about Brocade, which we've shown you earlier on in today's video. Now, once again, if you do want to purchase these from the online store, the option is there. Just click on the link that is in the description of this video, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll see the full range of Brocade fabrics. And once again, these fabrics form part of the Black November sale. So that means 20% off on all those fabrics. Okay. Now, the most important thing that I will leave you with in today's video is next week's radio open broadcast with Belly FM. That's going to be on the day of Black Friday itself, on the 29th of November. Now, what exactly is going to happen? Well, the radio station Belly FM, which some of you might know, is going to come over to our premises. They're going to be hosting or interviewing numerous brands, be it DeFi, Beko, Grundig, LG, Smeg, and each of these brands are going to share some insight into what their brands are all about, okay? And during these interviews, if you listen very carefully, you could actually, potentially, if you answer correctly and on time, you could win an amazing prize. I'm not talking about a 200 voucher. These are massive prizes. We've had people with air fryers, washing machines. I mean, enormous prizes, okay? So please, do yourself a favor and be sure to follow us on our various social media platforms so you guys can be able to speed with that event, because we're also going to be shooting live videos of the event itself. Even though, of course, you should be listening on the radio, but if you might have missed something, you just really quickly want to recap on something, follow us on the social media platforms and you'll be updated. Right, so thank you all very much for your time and your support from myself, my amazing crew over here, and the rest of ABC. We bid you all very well and take care. Cheers.
Yeah.